Hello, everyone. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and here's a sentence I never thought I'd have to say. Getting a fair number of calls from employees who are afraid to go to their jobs in New York City now, because there are homeless camps growing up on their commute, developing where large numbers of homeless people are congregating in a fashion around their offices, around their job sites, or on their commute. And these employees are calling us up saying, "Hey, we're afraid to go to work. It's dangerous for us to go to work. Some of our coworkers have been assaulted. It's gotten really dangerous. There's been some really, really shocking daytime, broad daylight crime in New York City recently, as our police kind of put up strange little barricades and scream at people from behind barricades. It's a very tense time in New York City right now, and the police seem really, really angry at the communities that pay them. But so these employees are contacting us, right? And their point is, hey, we shouldn't have to go to work. It's not safe. It's not safe for us to commute to work anymore because of these homeless encampments. And I'm sure there's many delightful homeless people. Sure, there's a whole bunch of them who are wonderful. But there does seem to be some correlation between these particular homeless camps and violent crime. So, okay. It's tough to know what to tell these employees because at the end of the day, the homeless encampments are not their employer's fault, right? I have a limited ability to go to the employer and say, hey, you need to behave yourself. The employer's going to say, yeah, I agree. Nothing I can do about this encampment. I'm not the mayor. I'm not the police. I'm not Cuomo. I'm not de Blasio, right? What a joke. So the employers can't really do anything about that. So there's not a lot of things that we can do to help people stay home when they're afraid of their commute. Now, that's a simplistic answer. But there's a whole bunch of people who have PTSD and anxiety conditions and a number of, mental health conditions that might need accommodations that might very well be exacerbated by exposure to a very unsafe or a very aggressive or potentially violent commute, right? And we have to look at that. We have to drill down on that. And there's kind of this long-standing wisdom in employment law that the employer, it's very basic and this is oversimplified. So please do not just go on what I'm saying right now. If you need an accommodation for your commute, speak to an attorney, get into the specifics. There's certainly a lot of subtlety to this particular issue. But to oversimplify and grossly generalize, employers are going to be responsible for accommodating you in the workplace. Generally, not on the way to the workplace, right? That is commonly thought to be kind of on you, the employee. So you have these people who might be routinely exposed to fear of violent crime on their commute, and some of them are saying, hey, I need an accommodation for my PTSD or my anxiety or, what have you. There's who knows what they're dealing with, right? And they're then stuck in this very gray area of I'm afraid to go to work. I have a medical condition and a mental health issue that makes this really, really hard for me. Also, why am I continually being exposed to aggressive, potentially violent crime on my commute? Why is that happening over and over again? Which I'm not really exaggerating. I mean, the number of people I know who've been physically assaulted in Midtown Manhattan in broad daylight in the past 8 weeks is off the charts. It's really crazy. So I might sound like I'm a lunatic saying that this is an issue and these people are afraid, but actually it's completely sane and logical for these people based on what they're seeing and experiencing to be afraid, right? I don't even know if it's really an issue of mental health. It's just normal self-preservation But if it's only normal self-preservation, there's no claim we can't help you. If you have a mental health issue, if you have a disability that needs an accommodation, there's an outside chance. There's a possibility, maybe it's worth at that point speaking to an employment attorney. Maybe there's something an employment attorney can do to help you in that circumstance. But it's not the easiest accommodation to obtain. Let's say it that way. I hope this helps. I hope the homeless people get the help they need, and I hope they're okay. And if they don't want to be homeless, I hope they stop being homeless and are able to have wonderful lives. And I hope that all of the people of New York who are just trying to get to work, can navigate that special safe space that somehow you can't seem to find anymore because our city went bonkers real quick. Really, they dismantled this town. So stay safe out there, everybody. Good luck.